Medtronic Plc manufactures pacemakers, defibrillators, monitoring devices, heart valves, insulin pumps, and other devices.
Exactly. So this one was founded in Wisconsin, but in 2014, 2015, it did one of those inversion deals where it bought a business called Covidian. So that's why it's headquartered in Dublin, Ireland, although it is still listed in the New York market.
And
it's the
market
largest
cap,
player.
$104.3 billion US. Price to earnings ratio here of 25.3, dividend yield 2.3%. Medtronic.
Good company, a bit of a gorilla in the sector. With a lot of companies that we're looking at on the show, we'll see that they had a bit of a hiccup about a month ago, as people initially thought Trump would be very good for this whole sector, and then some concerns that if you look at what he might do with the Affordable Care Act, or his tweets rather, when it comes to the pricing in the medical device and general healthcare sector, plus his thoughts on the taxation of US companies and these inversion deals might not be as good for them. But Medtronic did their deal with Covidian. They have a very low tax rate that is very good for them. They might be able to bring a lot of cash offshore back onshore if these tax changes happen in the US. And for now, there's still very broad coverage through the Affordable Care Act. So they're in a good space at the moment.
Amazing that one man has the power to move markets simply on a tweet.
Well, let's talk about the business though, because Earl Bakken in the 1949-1950 period was a medical scientist who invented the pacemaker. And you can imagine the first pacemaker was like somebody putting in a bit of flex and giving you a shock if your heart arrhythmia was a problem. Nowadays they are tiny battery-powered implantable devices that literally check to see whether your heart beats properly. And if it doesn't, it gives you an electrical pulse. And it goes on doing that every single moment just to keep you on track. And it's very specialized. You can get ones which are there to make the left ventricle or the right ventricle or this or that work specifically. The problem perhaps long term is that as therapies for heart disease, like we've talked about in our biotech discussions, Repatha, these cholesterol drugs get better, it's possible that people will end up with better hearts. But I don't know. It's like people continue to smoke, people are still obese.
It's like shorting BAT in anticipation of changing regulations.
Or
so
like
let's not
going
go there.
against like shopping mall owners
because
you
one
think
day
everyone's going to go online entirely.
Exactly.
For
Or
the
betting
moment,
against platinum completely because
tremendous.
AutoCAD converters will ultimately disappear.
Let's have a look at the share chart because you'll see that it's not exactly battling.
So Medtronic, weigh in here, JP, with your thoughts. I know that you would have done your geo-analysis on the stock.
I did look at the financials, and it's a stock with a very good return history in terms of ROEs, margins, the capital allocation of the business, doing the right thing like getting the low tax rate through the inversion. And you can see that through the long-term stock chart where it has been trending upwards, and that little bit of a wobble that I referred to previously. But I think that gives one an opportunity. People, there will be more people with more money being older and for whatever the reason needing things like pacemakers. So I think Medtronic is at a reasonable valuation with some upside.
Yeah,
reasonable valuation with some upside.
The Trump thing, I mean, let's just say for the moment anyway that Mr. Trump at age 72 is looking to me like he's going to need one of these devices soon. He's actually quite a healthy 72-year-old. His sidekick, Mr. Steve Bannon, looks like a walking advertisement for these companies.
Do you know that he has never ever touched alcohol?
Who?
Trump.
Donald Trump, yes.
Donald Trump.
And I guess he's probably not a smoker, but he does have a big spare tire. If you've seen him in his golfing attire, he's not exactly Mr. Slim and Trim. He gets hamburgers from McDonald's served to him in his aeroplane on a silver tray.
So what is the point of this now?
So the point
he is going to need a pacemaker.
He's not going to be anti-innovative drug companies or innovative healthcare companies. This is not going to be a net negative.
I think simply from his age perspective.
And the affordable healthcare, Obamacare thing, that's right at the bottom spectrum of American insured healthcare. It's not the rich people that have got, share portfolios and properties in the Boston area and so on.
So hot or not? Can we go hot or not? Oh, you finished with your rant about Trump. I thought I had started
hot
at the
for
beginning.
Sure.
Hot
for sure.
I would say hot. The broad coverage is important because those are the people who still eat hamburgers and need the pacemakers, and government pays for them. So it is important, but I think they're well placed, so I would say hot.